neck activation. Hey team, thanks for checking in for the Next Kilograms Kilometers podcast. And this week, we're actually going to reverse order. Typically, we start from the ground up. This week, we're going from the top down. And we're going to follow the same pattern, same theme as we did last week with our mobility in terms of our level 1, 2, 3 progressions and how we can, options that we can use for activation in key areas. So starting from the top down with the neck, all right, basic neck activation or resistance, I guess if you want to call it that, would be just doing our neck flexions, our four-way neck flexions from an elevated position. So let's say if you're on a bench, you're on a box, and you're doing your flexion, your frontal and sagittal plane flexion, but do it lying on your side. So a lot of times I'll try like all four angles. So lie face down. Okay, again, you're elevated, so lie face down, and then you go with your head forward and back, and then you go set your neck in the neutral position, and then you're going lateral flexion, ear to shoulder. But because you're face down, as you're doing that lateral flexion, right, the back of the neck, the traps, the upper traps are working to hold that head in position as you go through that lateral flexion. Then you can flip onto one side. Let's say you're on your left side. You can do the same thing there, going through your going through your frontal and sagittal flexion while you're lying on your side. Now, because you're lying on your side, let's say if I'm on my left side, the right side is working harder to hold the head up, and then you can kind of repeat that on all four sides. Next from there would just be manual isometric, so doing that yourself, or a lot of times people use a bench or they'll use a pad. I always use like a padded wall and just doing my flexion, etc. from there, and then lastly going with resistance bands. So anchoring a band onto a rack and then just holding your head on those different positions. So let's say if I'm focused on the front, then the band is around my forehead, my back is to where the rack, to where the band is anchored, and then I'm just either doing flexions there, or I'm just doing isometric hold for let's say 10 seconds. So there's your progressions, level 1, 2, 3 for neck activation. All right, we'll continue on this week with other areas of activation progressions. But if you have any questions about that specifically, as always, feel free to hit us up, let us know at Universal Sports Strength on social media. Otherwise, let's get this week off to a great start, and let's keep working.